Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I want to make a short video about the Assyrian prophecy that we read of in Isaiah and in Micah. Many people who study Bible prophecy connect this prophecy to the Antichrist and to the likelihood that the Antichrist will be Muslim based on it. Because of that, it is a stumbling block to those who cannot align this prophecy with the idea that Trump is the Antichrist. Even though every other biblical description of the Antichrist points directly at Trump. They believe that the Antichrist must be Muslim first and foremost, and so discard or ignore all these other indications or traits of the Antichrist. I touched on this briefly in one of my videos before, where I noted that the Bible seems to refer to the Antichrist as being both Roman and Assyrian. In that video, I pointed out that Trump's family heritage is from Karlstadt, Germany, an area that was once populated by people who were both Roman and Assyrian. Thus, it's highly likely that Trump's family has Roman and Assyrian DNA. Most importantly, the Bible does not state where the Antichrist is born. So just like you might be Irish or Italian, it doesn't mean you were born in Ireland or Italy. Being Irish or Italian would simply be your family's heritage. However, after doing more research, I am now convinced that, in fact, this prophecy of the Assyrian does not refer to the Antichrist at all. And here are three reasons I say that. First, the Assyrian is described as the rod of God's anger, or the club of his wrath. The Assyrian is sent by God against a godless nation which angers God. Once this godless nation is punished, God will punish the Assyrian. By contrast, the Antichrist is nowhere described as being used by God to punish nations. In fact, the Antichrist is given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. The Antichrist will rule these nations, not destroy a godless nation as the Assyrian does. Secondly, the prophecies of the Assyrian are very similar to the prophecies concerning Gog. Both the Assyrian and Gog will come against the land of Israel, and both will be crushed on the mountains of Israel. Third, the fate of the Assyrian is not the same as the fate of the Antichrist. As I just mentioned, the Assyrian is crushed on the mountains of Israel, while, by contrast, the Antichrist is thrown alive into the lake of fire. Thus, based on what the Bible says, I now believe that the Antichrist and the Assyrian are two different figures in these end times. So those are my thoughts. Comments and disagreements are welcome, but as always, please be respectful of one another. Thanks again for watching. Take care.